In this story, imagine for a moment that you have spent your whole life at your sister's side, a sister who despises you so much that she tells you outright that you'd better stay away from her. One day, during an important conversation with your parents, they reveal that the two of you are not actually biological siblings. Although you are curious about what really happened, your sister seems happy to hear the news. A week later, on an ordinary day, you arrive home to find your sister wearing an outfit she doesn't usually wear, looking more attractive and feminine than usual, which is rare for someone who hated you so much. She welcomes you, but seems visibly upset. She reproaches you for being later than usual, looking somewhat adorable, but things get complicated when she detects a different scent on you. Her tender and seemingly innocent expression suddenly changes to one where you might not come out unscathed if you make a mistake, as it strikes her that this different scent on you might be that of another girl. Although deep down you're grateful that he's paying more attention to you now, sometimes it gets to be really intimidating. Another day, when you are going to do laundry, your sister gets mad at you for trying to mix your clothes with hers, telling you that she doesn't want your horrible, annoying smell to permeate her clothes. Oddly enough, however, now that she knows you are not blood siblings, her attitude has changed drastically. In fact, he now demands that you wash your clothes separately and seems to deny having said that he was bothered by your bad smell. What really bothers him is that your clothes now smell of other girls, in addition to his own smell, so he insists that you should wash your clothes together so that her smell will cover up the smell of those nasty girls. On another day, this boy recalls how his sister hated walking with him to school or anywhere else, as she didn't want them to be seen together. But now she acts differently and, instead of avoiding him like before, she seems to want to be by his side. One day, when this boy heads to the store, she insists on accompanying him, which surprises him, as she didn't like people seeing them together before. However, she tries to justify the situation by saying that she doesn't like people thinking she is the youngest, when in fact she is the oldest. Anyway, she claims that it doesn't matter and that, from now on, they will always go out together and she will see to it that they do. On another occasion, he recalls how his sister called him disgusting for buying a comic book figure, but since they found out that they are not blood siblings, as expected, his attitude has changed to a sweeter and more understanding one. In fact, as she goes through her backpack and finds another toy, she finds it adorable that her brother is still so childish. She thinks to herself that she will ask him to play together, but as she continues to rummage through her backpack, she finds a picture of her brother with an attractive idol. This doesn't please her possessive little sister at all, who immediately confronts him and calls him out on it. After all, why would he need to look for other women if he already has her? He doesn't need anyone else, absolutely no one else but her. This boy reminisces about Valentine's Day past, when his sister would look down on him, telling him there was no way a boy as obnoxious as him could get any chocolate. This year, however, is different. When he arrives home, his sister greets him enthusiastically. At first, she assumes that, once again, no one gave him any chocolate, so she comments that she has no choice but to give him one herself. However, she stops when she smells the aroma of a sweet coming from him, which does not please her at all, so she immediately decides to replace that chocolate with the one she had prepared for him. This boy also recalls how his sister treated him in a humiliating way when she knew he was a video game player who didn't do much with his life. But now that she knows they are not blood brothers, her attitude has taken a complete turn, to the point of becoming extremely jealous when she sees him playing with someone else, fearing it might be a girl. She then reprimands him, telling him that he shouldn't play with anyone else but her, and promises him that his adorable little sister will be the best playmate for him. This young man also remembers the last white day, that day when boys give something to girls. Earlier, his sister was very angry with him because he didn't give her anything, although he admits that she didn't give him anything on Valentine's Day either. However, she criticizes him for being a stingy man. This year, with the particularity that now she has deigned to give him chocolates, he decides to return the gesture of kindness by giving her something in return. Although she tries to pretend she's not thrilled, she receives it with joy, so much so that she can't help but hint that it means they're both in love. Although he tries to explain to her that this is not the case, she is totally convinced that it is love. On yet another day, this young man recalls how his sister hated it when he called her on the phone, to the point of blocking him on all platforms. But now, oddly enough, she asks him to give her his phone number to delete all his contacts except for her, who she says is the only girl he needs to call. Another day, and this brother remembers how his dear little sister was disgusted to see him sick, thinking he was a pig who got sick from eating something off the floor. However, now that he has contracted a simple cold, things are quite different. His sister, on a voluntary basis, offers to look after him, as there is no one else at home who can do it, as his parents are absent. This means she now has him all to herself. She finds it charming to see him so vulnerable, though of course she wishes he would recover, but admits to herself that she wouldn't mind if he spent the rest of his life depending on her. On another day, this boy recalls how his sister would never make him anything to eat, to the point that she would send him out to eat whatever she could find before deigning to cook him something. But now, after the revelation that they are not blood siblings, she has completely changed, being much more friendly, understanding and considerate. She even prepares his favorite meal, and every day she encourages him to have a good day. However, when she discovers that he ate something away from home, she fills him with questions and becomes quite angry. Now, he insists that he must eat what she has prepared to purify his stomach of that treacherous food. In his days as a cranky, cruel sister, this boy remembers how she teased him mercilessly when he hurt his leg. But now that she's hurt again, her attitude is completely different. She is incredibly concerned to see him hurt, to the point that her determination is frightening. She will not allow anyone or anything to harm her brother, and is willing to eliminate any threat that puts her beloved at risk. Now that they are not blood brothers, she is determined to do whatever it takes to keep him by her side, no matter the cost. Tell me below in the comments what you thought of the story. Give it a like if you've made it to the end of the video. Take care and God bless you.